stay tuned, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So again, it's your boy Cobe Rising. It's coming for you, coming for you,
Everyone know we the realest, a bunch of go-getters. I bet you can tell I'm the illest. You don't need your fingers to feel it. You know I can straight spit, knock you out with a lady hit. Feel like I'm the one, like I'm Neil, but this is the real life, not the Matrix. I'm about to go ape shit. Ain't no gotta roll out. I know gotta roll out, yeah.
What up, man? Listen, it's your boy Cobe Rising Rise. You dig? We back at it again with a banger. We back at it again with a banger. Man, I'm about to hit y'all with a lot of different tunes. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to the co-host of the show, Brittany, man. What's going on with you, shorty? Everything is everything. I know that workout was great. You dig what I'm saying? Man, we getting on topic, man. So let's go ahead and get the show going. Let's fade to black real quick. And let's hit these lights. And then we back at it again, y'all. Actually, my darn light about fell over, so you gotta excuse me. Let me get this thing situated. And you acting crazy on me right now. I got everything falling. You dig? Especially this weight. Weight falling off, fat falling off. What's going on? What's going on, P. Mac? What's popping, big dog? Man, listen, y'all. We are back at it again with a hot topic. Holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving's coming up. What y'all got planned for Thanksgiving? I want to hear y'all's plans, man. What y'all gonna be eating for Thanksgiving? Where y'all going for Thanksgiving? I need to know where everybody doing, man, because I got to figure this thing out. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. What's going on, my dog Jabari in the building? Shout out to my man Ernest, the co-host of the show. What's good, big dog? You dig? All is well, my brother. Fantastic. Oh, man, I hope you're feeling good too, brother. I hope you are feeling well, man. You dig? I see you in there getting it in too, man. Shout out. And matter of fact, shout out to my gang from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. We will be having the homecoming this weekend. So if you guys are, a part of the gang, come up to Charlotte this weekend. The homecoming is here. And your boy will be live and direct for a little bit. I'm not going to be turning up with y'all like that. I'm not going to be in these streets because these streets is crazy. You dig? She said, mama house. Hey, for real, I don't even know where I'm going to be at. I'll probably be at uncle house. I'll probably be at auntie house. I'll probably be going everywhere house, man. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to just be, getting plates. I'll be bringing plates. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying some different things this year, man. Shout out to my man D in the building, man. What's going on, big dog? What's going on, Charmaine? Hey D, listen, man. I know you saw the post, man. Tell them boys I really be about this plant-based life, man. Black coffee, no cream, no sugar, water, all that. That's all I do. Chickpeas, lentils, and vegetables. All day, every day. We ain't playing with these boys. See, everybody be thinking I'm joking. Like, nah, man, you ain't doing it plant-based like that. Ain't no way you gaining all that weight, yada, 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 doing it plant-based style. Psh, what? Man, y'all better look and check my resume. Check my resume, man. Shout out to my man Ernest, man. He says, you said it, bro. Absolutely, man. I feel so good. I feel fantastic, man. We got it in at the gym. Hey, and I got some food cooking. Matter of fact, let me go get my food real quick, man. I'll be right back. Let me go pick it up. You dig? And we back at it again. We back at it again. Had to get my food out here. Your man is eating some chickpeas. That's right. You know, I got to get my carbs. You know, I got to get my protein in there. I got some food cooking. And, man, y'all listen. Y'all stay tuned in because when the food is cooking, that means it's about to be a brand new recipe I'm about to give y'all. And matter of fact, that leads us into the topic today. Thanksgiving is keeping y'all overweight. Here's the quiz. Why do y'all think Thanksgiving is keeping everybody overweight? I want you guys to put a comment in the section. Let me know what you think. Why you think people are staying overweight during these Thanksgiving times. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Make sure you guys are hitting a like. Make sure you guys are commenting below. And make sure you guys are sharing this out to at least 3 people. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to Tay in the building. You dig what I'm saying? Always showing love. I appreciate you. Shout it. I appreciate ya. All right. And listen, man, I'm going to tell y'all something. All my female followers, man, have been following me and getting right in the gym. Y'all are getting it in. The results are coming in looking fantastic. Amazing. Phenomenal. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to my broskies in the building too, man. We are getting it in, okay? Man, listen. Thanksgiving is probably one of the most, this is probably the holiday that has the biggest excuse to just eat a bunch of just everything. This is one of the holidays that everybody just indulges in overeating, plate after plate after plate, drinking liquor, alcohol. You got the homies outside smoking. I mean, just everything. Chitlins, pig feet. What Pop said on Friday? I love some of them chitlins. I love pig feet. Man, this is why I think we overweight. Look what we eating. Shout out to Tay in the building, man. She says Thanksgiving is a time when people want to let loose and pig out with no shame in the game. And I couldn't agree with you more. This is every reason why they out here eating pigs, eating pork, eating everything in sight, eating chicken, chitlins, eating cows. I mean, whatever farm, what other farm animal out there, they'll eat it. I guarantee they eat it. Put some hot sauce on it and a to-go plate, them balls eating it. Put a chicken egg on the to-go plate, them balls eating it. It's Thanksgiving. And then when they eat the vegetables, they mess it up by putting all the sugar like cranberry sauce, all this extra sugar, gelatin, and all that. I ain't even a fan of cranberry sauce. I never like cranberry sauce. Y'all can hate me if you want to. I don't even care. I'm in here talking junk about the Thanksgiving food because this is what's keeping us overweight. While I'm over here eating my chickpeas, and y'all probably laughing at me. And guess what? I don't care. Thanksgiving is keeping us overweight because the culture tells us that we need to have 18 plates of food in one setting. Eat a bunch of junk food. Hold on, let me back that up. Let me look at this. Brittany, the co-host of the show, made a good point. Portion sizes, large sugar consumptions, turkey. Do y'all know that consuming turkey actually makes you sleepy? Not only that, but your insulin levels shoot up and it makes you tired. And this is why a lot of people get so tired around Thanksgiving. You think about how many videos you see on Instagram where everybody be showing their family, having them boys be in there sleeping in the recliner chair like this. Look, stomach be way out here. Look, stomach like this. Be out here sleep. The hand on the stomach like this, sleep in the back of the chair. And guess what? Snoring. Boys got sleep apnea and everything. Overweight. Man, listen. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of it. We have got to do better. We've got to do better. I'm going to give y'all some real gems on some Thanksgiving options that you guys can really take a look at. If you guys did not see my post, I posted a recipe of a plant-based brownie. It's a vegan brownie. And it was just basic ingredients. It was cocoa powder. It was a bunch of stuff, man. Just go look at it. It was real good. But I'm gonna give you guys some quick gems. You guys can do other options for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna give you an example. You can roast a whole cauliflower for Thanksgiving as a vegetarian option. This can be a centerpiece. A whole roasted cauliflower. You can do that, and you can use non-dairy butter to give it that good gravy feeling of it. And it looks really good, man. I'm gonna show you guys just some different options. And I know y'all gonna laugh, man. Anybody eat no cauliflower? I got you. I understand, and I ain't gonna judge you at all. But I'm here to give you guys a plant-based option because I understand that there's gonna be some people that are more interested in plant-based options out here, man. So I want you guys to at least be aware of it, right? Shout out to my man Ernest, man. He says because we tend to overeat and go for seconds. Absolutely. Hey, to be honest with you, they going for seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths, and to the 10th power. What the meme say? Beans, greens, tomatoes, ham, whatever. How it go? I don't even know how it goes. Too much damn food. Shout out to my Ernest. He says, but anyways, that's my plan for Thanksgiving. For real, man. As long as you have a plan for Thanksgiving, I think that's good. Now, if you guys can look at this image, man, it's showing what you can do. This is what you call a Thanksgiving cauliflower. This is roasted cauliflower. This photo, and it's actually looking pretty good. So if you look at it, this could be a good swap for your plant-based options. And if you guys are looking on IG, switch on over to the YouTube or Facebook at Rise and Rise Academy. You can actually see the video live, and this will give you another option of what you can do. This does not look bad. And it looks good, and you won't feel tired. This is something that you can have that's energetic, all right? Sweet potatoes that are roasted. So instead of the sugary candy yams and all this stuff, man, get you some good roasted sweet potatoes so you have everything. You have the skin, which gives you the fiber and the protein with it, versus, having the yams where ain't got, no tough skin to it at all. You need to eat everything, because if y'all didn't know, the skin of the sweet potato is really good to eat. So roasted sweet potatoes is a good way to do it. You cut the whole sweet potato. You don't have to peel it off or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you can also use sweeteners like date syrup. You can also use sweeteners like a date sugar too. So these are natural sweeteners. Agave is another great one that you can use, man. So roasted sweet potatoes is a really great one, man. Toasted sesame oil mashed potatoes. Now this is different because the sesame oil makes it creamy. Okay, it looks really good, and you can use green onion. Okay, that gives you the flavor of it. It's different and it's good. It's really good stuff, man. So just take a look at it, and it doesn't look bad. Just because you go plant based does not mean you have to go healthy. You have to go hungry. I can't stand when people come to me and they say, "Man, I can't go plant based, man, because I'm gonna look like a stick." Listen, bro, I'm just as cut up as anybody else who eats meat, and I guarantee you that you don't need it to gain healthy muscle mass. I understand you need protein. Everything has protein. Now I know what you think is controversial. This is where you want to be aware of what you can eat, right? Mushrooms are a really good option. Uh, Chickpeas are a really good option. Lentils are a really good option. These things are really great options. I'm okay with some plant-based meats, some of them. One of them being Beyond Meat, but the steak tips specifically has more of the better ingredients. And I will be honest, because I don't agree with all plant-based meats. I don't agree with all of them because they're not all great. If you think about it, some of it is still processed, if not most of it. So I want you guys to understand where I'm sitting at because I'm mostly plant-based. If I have a cheat meal, it is seafood. Now, me personally, I'm not doing that much seafood at all because I'm on a weight gain, but I'm trying to do a plant-based to show you guys what I'm doing so you can follow along with it. And guess what, guys? I'm only 4 pounds away from my goal. So shout out, and I'm going to pat myself on the back because I think that was a really great thing that I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to showcase it for you guys because if you can see it for yourself, that means it's believable to the eye. And so once it's believable to the eye, then there's no real excuse at all for anybody else. If I can do it, anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay. Let's keep taking a look. Vegan stuffing. So this right here is a dish that you can use. It's a vegan stuffing, and this is the recipe, so that way you guys can look at the site. The site is called delish.com, holiday recipes, Thanksgiving vegan dishes. Okay, this is vegan stuffing. Let me see if you guys can see the screen. Can you guys see the screen? I'm not sure if you guys can see the screen. Oh, let me come down here. Here we go. All right, so here it is. You guys will need a loaf of crusty country bread, onion, celery, clove stalks. You'll need vegetable stock. You'll need sage and rosemary. All that for the vegan stuffing. Okay, the vegan stuffing, and it looks really good, y'all. I mean, it looks really good. So if you guys can look at the screen right here, I mean, it looks phenomenal. It looks phenomenal, and I'm sure it tastes great too. Butternut squash steaks. Now this looks good too. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm personally, I like butternut squash. I think it's a good option. Now for steaks, I don't think I would enjoy it. I think cauliflower would probably be a better option, which they actually said that. So if you're tired of cauliflower steaks, now I'm gonna make some mushroom steaks, and what I'm gonna do is post it on my page so you guys can see it. I'm also going to do a plant-based rib so that way you guys can see that too. This is so many different options that you guys can use out here. Shout out to my man Ernest. He says, but the only thing I'm going to do first is go to the gym and get my workout in. Either do that or go for a walk. And see, that's another thing we can do is working on the balance side of it, man. So that's what's up. Shout out to Brittany, man. She says turkey. Yeah, absolutely. So I want you guys just to understand that there are different options out there that you can do. I'm going to do the plant-based rib. And if you guys are interested in the plant-based rib, hit a comment below and say, I want to see the plant-based rib. And I'm going to show you guys for it. Also, my birthday's on the 26th, the day before Thanksgiving. Shout out to my man Ernest in the building. Happy early birthday, big dog. You dig what I'm saying? We're going to give you a hand clap. You're going to celebrate real quick, man. Hey, man, we're going to turn up for you on your birthday. Turn that up. Hey. We're going to get it in, man. Shout out to Tay. She says, which of these meals Hey, you feel me? Listen, I'm gonna tell you what you can make, right? If you can do some really good, I want to do some vegan meatballs. I think vegan meatballs be good. Shout out to Brittany. She says, I want to see the ribs. Well, you know what? I got you. I got you. Thank you so much, bro. Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna show you guys a few more a few more options, and then we're gonna get to what RFK says on this his whole health thing. Vegan sweet potato pie. Vegan sweet potato pie is a great one. All right. Vegan sweet potato pie. They use sweet potatoes. Obviously, it doesn't take that long. They use pecans. They use old-fashioned oats. They use dark brown sugar, ground cinnamon, the kosher salt, melted coconut oil. All right. For the filling, they use sweet potato puree, obviously, almond milk. I'm a fan of the coconut milk. So if you want almond milk, that's completely fine. They use cornstarch, brown sugar, vanilla extract, ground cinnamon, nutmeg, ground ginger. Now, this is what I would do. So this is looking for, if you're looking for the dark brown sugar, I would substitute that with date sugar. If you guys have not heard of date sugar, go and order from Amazon. You'll see it. If you're in a decent city that has a Whole Foods, go to Whole Foods and pick up a bag of date sugar. That's a better sugar option. I'm a fan of coconut milk. I like coconut milk. You dig what I'm saying? But again, if you want to follow this recipe, that's plenty fine. So that way you guys can see it. So I know that was a sweet option. I know some people that really like the sweets, but I wanted just to show that to you guys so you can see what's going on. They say, oh, here we go. Let me move down a little bit. Here it is. They use wild mushrooms and ragu. I don't even know what this is, but if you're into ragu, I'm not a fan of it, but here you go. You dig what I'm saying? Roasted potatoes, that's one of my favorites, okay? So these are some vegan options that you can do on your own. You can try it out for Thanksgiving, so that way you guys can have a healthier Thanksgiving in this thing, okay? Now we're going to get to what RFK is saying. So RFK, this is exclusive news, okay? Exclusive trending news. Let me get my news. All right. Let me get my music. Here we go. This is RFK vaccine. I gotta get my news face on. Tuning in live. Hey, that sounds so bad. Tuning in live. Hey man, I'm wilding up here, y'all. I'm having fun. Look, if you can't laugh, man, you ain't having a good time. Oh, reporting live. All right, y'all. RFK on vaccines. Let's hear what RFK has got to say on these vaccines, y'all. Let me know if you guys can hear it in the comment section. Please hit a thumbs up if you can hear it. Now let's tune in. It's gonna be after this. It's gonna be after this little ad right here. So let me go ahead and play that real quick. All right, here we go.
Would that mean clearing out the top level federal service workers that are currently at the FDA and the CDC?
In some categories, I would say.
What does that look like? Yeah.
In some categories of workers, there are entire departments, like the nutrition departments at FDA, that have to go. That are not doing their job. They're not protecting our kids. Why do we have Fruit Loops in this country that have 18 or 19 ingredients? And you go to Canada and it's got 2 or 3.
Would you eliminate any of the agencies?
To eliminate the agencies, as long as it requires congressional approval, I wouldn't be doing that.
So what he's doing, he is not getting rid of vaccines. So just to make sure we're clear on this, I know a lot of people have been controversial about RFK talking about what he should or shouldn't do with vaccines, and his thoughts are pretty radical. And you can have your own ideas about it, but just do your further research to know the truth. So he's live on the record saying that he's not necessarily trying to take away vaccines. All right. So just keep listening and we'll finish what he's got to say.
But I can get the corruption out of the agencies. This is what I've been doing for 40 years. I've sued all those agencies. I have a PhD in corporate corruption, and that's what I do. And once they're not corrupt, once Americans are getting good science and are allowed to make their own choices, they're going to get a lot healthier.
All right, here we go. So, long story short, man, he's not necessarily going against the vaccinations, but I want you guys to at least understand what is going on from that perspective. Okay. So what he's trying to do is make sure that everybody is regulated properly. If you're going to do the vaccines, to make sure that they are, they're double checking. He's also recommending to eliminate the departments within the FDA for the corruption. He's not necessarily saying getting rid of the FDA. What he's saying is he's understanding that there is corruption in and within the the Food and Drug Administration. So what we have to say is, in some categories, you do have to get rid of the corruption. And I agree with them. All right. I agree that there should be some regulation on the nutrition department, on the FDA, because the FDA approves ingredients that other countries don't necessarily approve of due to scientific background evidence. One prime example is the dye in the foods. The dye in the foods can be harmful to humans, including children. And unfortunately, a lot of these dyes, they are pushed and promoted to children to eat cereals, different food drinks and juices and sugary drinks and all that. You have to just do your research and understand that the FDA does approve some questionable things. And what he's saying pretty much is to get rid of said corruption. And I'm going to share you guys something else. So here's something else I'm going to share you guys. Let me go ahead and add this back to the play. Here he says, in some categories in their departments, like the nutrition department and the FDA, they have to go. They're not doing their job. I'm reading this, so it's not from me. They're not protecting our kids. Why do we have Fruit Loops in this country that have 18 or 19 ingredients, and you go to Canada and it's got 2 or 3? You have to question it. You have to question it. As for whether we eliminate the entire agencies like the FDA, Kennedy was less committed. So again, this is not my stuff. I'm just reading you the truth of what is going on. He followed up with, but I can get the corruption out of the agencies. This is what I've been doing for 40 years. I've sued all those agencies. I have a PhD in corporate corruption, and that's what I do. I didn't know you can have a PhD in corporate corruption. I had no clue. What's going on, Roxy Shawty? What's going on, ABC, man? Listen, we got everybody tuning in, y'all. And it's been like that for years. See, Brittany, apparently this is what he's been advocating for the last 40 years. He's been advocating for this. And the guy has a doctorate in corporate corruption. I had no idea that wasn't even a real thing. Had no clue. And also he says, once they're not corrupt, once Americans are getting good science and are allowed to make their own choices, they're going to get a lot healthier. Now, see, here's something I have to say about that. I personally believe that Americans are getting good science if they go out and look for it. Now, I'm not going to ignore the fact that we do have a propaganda being pushed about food. I get that, the culture. This is why I was talking junk about why Thanksgiving is giving y'all the big bag. Is because this is something that is being pushed, but there's also people that's giving good science out here too that you do have to just do your research about. Okay. So just make sure that you are aware of this. And what I also want to say is Americans are allowed to make better choices. We are allowed to make better choices. What's good, Lamb? What's going on with you, bro? I ain't seen you in a minute. I think that we're allowed to make our own choices in this country because as Americans, we are free and we can have the option. I'm going to give you an example. If I'm going to work and if I need to get some food, you have the option to go to McDonald's. Understanding the knowledge behind it is the thing that we need to not be or not ignore. I think we are aware, if you're born here, you understand that McDonald's isn't necessarily the most healthiest food out there, but people still go. They know it's unhealthy, but people still go up there, wait up in line, understanding that it's not that healthy anyway. Okay. So it's not like we don't know. I think for the most part, we do know, but it's just we're choosing the option because a lot of us are either lazy, we don't have time to cook. You make time for it. You make time for it. So I have a choice. I have a choice to stop there, or I have a choice to go and cook me breakfast before I go to work. So for the working class, if you guys get up an hour earlier to start cooking your food, this is another way that you can get around the system because we have that choice. We do have that choice. We just have to make sure we do it. We have to get up and actually be more productive and have to make the proper steps to get us there. If you are able to cook at work, then cook at work. If you can't, then cook before you go to work, or whatever you have to do to ensure that you're getting the proper nutrients. The proper nutrients, okay? Now, President Trump asked RFK to do three things. He wanted him to clean up the corruption in the government agencies. He wants to return those agencies to their rich tradition of the gold standard with science, because he wants proof. He also wants to make America healthy again by ending the chronic disease epidemic. And from my medical people in the building, please speak up on this, because I think it's a real thing that we do need to make America healthy again. And he wants to end chronic disease, right? And I agree with him 100%. Convenience is what gets many people. I agree. And healthier options doesn't get the same level of hype and promotion as unhealthy options. Listen, this is why I do my show. I'm promoting a healthier option, healthier lifestyle. This is why I want you guys to share this out when I'm doing these lives, so that way you can have people post it out. Because again, if I'm going to make a choice, I'm going to have the choice to talk about the good. And we want to cover more of the good things in this world. And what it is we want to make sure that we're doing it mostly plant-based, like I'm doing it. Mostly plant-based, mostly alkaline veggies and grains. If you guys are not familiar, I do have a food pyramid. Most of the food is your alkaline veggies and grains. That's your quinoa, that's your chickpeas, that's your lentils, that's your greens, bell pepper, mushroom, fruits. Your next level is whole foods. Now, there is a difference between an alkaline veggie and grain versus a regular veggie and grain, which is whole foods. Potatoes are whole foods, but they're not alkaline. Sweet potatoes are whole foods, but it's not alkaline. You understand? Quinoa is more alkaline. Okay. Callaloo greens are alkaline. Chickpeas are the same. Now, you have to look at it from that standpoint, because alkaline veggies and grains gives you the energy, but it also gives you the macros as well. So I want you guys to keep aware that that's just what I'm doing, because that's what I see best for the results. So that way I'm not as tired. Okay. And you will still want to get it in and get your gains. Now, what people are misconstruing is when they do eat healthy, they don't think that they're getting enough protein. And here's the thing about that. You're too worried about protein because y'all too fearful of what you're going to look like. You're not thinking about the healthy part, which is the internal. Your organs is what you want to look at as important. You want to drop down to a good weight. And you guys are so worried about protein that you're forgetting that you want to be healthy. You want to be healthy. Fried chicken will get you protein, but it also gets you cholesterol issues too. So you can't ignore everything. Protein ain't even the number one answer. It's not. Protein is amino acids. It's still a macro. Okay. All I'm saying is you want a wide variety of foods to get your vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin K, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin B12. You understand? We're getting into this time where y'all are too worried about what you're going to look like versus what you're going to feel like. You need to be more concerned about what you're going to feel like, how you going to move your body, You having problems going up and down the stairs. You want to look at that. If you are too worried about what you're going to look like, then take your butt to the gym. The problem is y'all don't want to do the work. You got to do the work. Actually, I posted something on my IG that was actually pretty funny, but it was the truth, because the reality of it is a lot of people, they think they can eat their way into a healthy diet, and just eating the right foods is not enough. You need to move your body as well. I'm going to see if I can find that post. And it was from from Snez V. So shout out to Snez V. I'm going to show you guys right now what it looks like. Here we go. Look on my YouTube, because I think this is funny, but I think it's good to know. You might be training well, but your nutrition sucks. You might be eating well, but your training sucks. You might be training and eating well, but your sleep habits, they garbage. What's going on, Mary? What's popping? CC, what's going on, shorty? And then you might be training and eating well, but your sleep and your stress levels are bad. You also can't outwork a poor diet. You can't out eat poor training, and you can't outsleep poor training and nutrition. Okay, so shout out to Snez V in the building for that breakdown. Okay, it was a great breakdown, and it shows the truth in people's mindsets. All right, so I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I don't want to take up too much of your time, because I understand that we have things to do, and I have more endeavors that I have to get into. But definitely look out for more Thanksgiving stuff. They're not getting enough nutrients, which is why they look sick. And probably not getting enough complete protein, which is what you get from animal protein, but you can actually get better quality protein from a plant-based source. And see, Brittany, this is why you are the co-host of the show, because that is exactly 100% right. Their nutrients is not getting enough because they're too worried about protein, that they're not worried about vitamin A, K, C, etc. They're not worried about the amino acids that are needed for energy and the building blocks of muscles. But guess what? You can't get muscles until you break them down and work them out. You have to work them out. You dig? And so, in all honesty, truth, you can get your protein from animals, and I'm cool with that. Go ahead. Make sure it's from a clean source, though. Make sure it's not enough. Make sure it's not those hormone chickens, the hormone steaks and all that. Make sure it's organic. Make sure it's grass, like actual grass fed, not that fake grass fed that they sell you on. So when they put these packages that say grass fed, all it is they just throwing grass and some fake grass at that and giving it to these cows. No, go to a butcher, talk to your butchers, understand where they're getting the meats from. Are they growing? Not growing. Are they feeding the cows themselves? Do they know the farmer? Can you talk to the farmer? Honestly, really get to know these people. And I know that's a stretch, and most people can't do that. And I get it. I completely understand it. But all I'm saying is try to do your research and look around and see if you can find a good butcher that you can talk to, that you can become friends with, to get your meats and stuff like that, to make sure it's from a clean, very clean source. All right. So that was a amazing breakdown, Brittany. I appreciate you for sharing that. Shout out to my man Ernest, man. He says, yep, something's got to change. Not all fast food restaurants are healthy, and that's very, very true. For me personally, I've made a choice to go meal prepping, and meal prepping is one of the best options that you can do. I meal prep too. I meal prep all the time. Hey, can you check? Yeah, absolutely, man. So if you have any questions too, Ernest, let me know, man. Pop them down. And even if you have some advice, because you meal prep, there's some other people out here that meal or try to meal prep and they may have issues. So if you have some answers on meal prepping, man, please, feel free, comment below. But I want you guys to understand that, Thanksgiving is not necessarily a terrible thing, but what you want to understand about it is you just don't want to overeat. and get your macros. Eat good proteins, get your fats and get your carbs, and go work out. And if you're trying to go plant-based, I'm telling you, I'm a prime example. I'm plant-based, you dig? And I'm in shape, but I work out, I lift weights, and I do cardio a decent amount, and I could do better with that. But I'm preparing for a show, but I have to do things a little bit different, and I have high metabolism. So everybody's journey is different. Okay. If you guys are looking to get that, man, you can consult with me, man. Just hit me in the DM, King Alajuwan. It'll be the best option that you can do to give you the breakdown. And I'm telling you, it's a wonderful thing to know your body, but it's another wonderful thing to understand what you can do, and you have control to get you in the proper health, and your physique will be a result of the healthy things that you do for for a lifestyle. One thing I would advise everybody, and this is from Ernest, by the way, one thing that I would advise everyone is to be sure to go to the gym and work out prior to Thanksgiving and after the feast. See, look, we on the same page, man. This is why Ernest is calls, man, because he's giving y'all the game. I would also advise everyone to go meal prepping and consult with a dietitian. Yes, absolutely. And I agree wholeheartedly. Shout out to Brittany. She says meal prep is more cost effective than fast food, and you can better gauge your micros and macros that way. And that's why she's also the cause of the show, because she's giving y'all the true breakdown. All right. And she has a medical background. So you have to understand that we have some really smart people watching this, and we have people giving the good game, but we're all in this together. We're a community at the same time. So understand that we want to make sure that everybody is doing the right thing for health. We want to make sure that everybody is understanding that you can eat foods and go for macros and micros. Okay. And that's going to help you get there. So go for your vitamins. Make sure you're getting healthy stuff, because this is good for your blood. This is good for your organs. And remember the example I used about how your blood vessels are like the highway and your heart is the pump to flow the traffic. You want clean flowing traffic. How can you get clean flowing traffic? By not having bad cholesterol and having these issues in your blood vessels. And what clogs it up is plaque in your arteries. How do you get that? From eating high processed foods, high acidic foods. Stop eating these fried foods, all these different starches and sugars and yada, yada, yada. It's all getting your arteries clogged up. All getting your arteries clogged up. And that's what brings more traffic to your blood vessels, and it makes it harder to flow through. And this, a lot of times, and this is just an analogy, but this is typically how heart attacks can happen, because the heart's trying to pump so much just to push basic blood flow through, and it's having trouble. Why? Because it's so much gunk in those blood vessels. And I'm trying to help you guys to understand that you can clear out your own traffic ways simply by doing proper workouts, getting your minimum 30 minutes of cardio every single day, have a 15 minutes of high intensity workouts every single day, doing weights for 3 to 4 days a week, strength training, and eating whole foods, y'all. And just doing that alone, even though it's the bare minimum, you'll see a big change. You'll see a drastic change, right? And so I'm an advocate for everybody's health and do the right thing. And if you guys, like I said, if you're looking to start right now, just make sure you guys are hitting me in the DM below IG, King Alajuwan 21. Go to my Facebook, Rise and Rise Academy. Go to my YouTube, Rise and Rise Academy, man. We're going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate and I absolutely love all of y'all in here for showing love, for gaining the knowledge, sharing this out, and just really welcoming the community, because we're pushing a community of health. And I want to see everybody prosperous. I want to see everybody being healthy and doing their thing, man. And so again, shout out to my man Ernest in the building. Shout out to Tay in the building. I appreciate you. Shout out to my co-host Brittany in the building. You're a dog. Shout out to CC. Shout out to Mary. Shout out to my man Lamb. Shout out to ABC in the building watching. Shout out to my girl Roxy. You feel me? Shout out to Charmaine. Shout out to Porter. Shout out to my man D. Man, shout out to all my people, man. Shout out to my man Jabari in the building. You feel me, man? Just everybody that's watching. I appreciate and I absolutely enjoy y'all. And make sure you guys are tapping in with me, man. Also, look at my IG tomorrow, man. We might be posting the plant-based recipe, a really good one. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to share it with you guys. And we're gonna get up out of here, man. When we're faced with an obstacle, you know what we do, y'all. We rise and rise, baby. Peace. There you go.